Procrastination sucks. There's been plenty of times in my life where I know a task that needs to get done and I just keep putting it off. I do tomorrow, I tell myself, and then tomorrow turns into a week turns into a month turns into a year, and I still haven't started that thing. YouTube channel, whether it's going to the gym or something as simple as putting my laundry away. When I look at my life and the times that I've been unhappy and stuck in procrastination, it's been a constant loop, procrastination loop, this feedback loop where I procrastinate and the tasks build up, and you are not going to think your way out of procrastination. And what I mean by that is motion versus movement. Motion is when you're thinking about the tasks you need to complete. Maybe you make a list in your head of all the things you have to get done. Maybe you even write those things out. And for a moment, it feels good. Motion is the ideas behind preparing for the task, but movement is actually doing those tasks. Throughout my life, I spent a lot of time in motion, whether it's researching the latest, greatest camera to get, or maybe it's looking at different pairs of shorts for the gym. All that is just motion, but it's not actually me doing the tasks that I need to do. Getting out and recording the videos, going to the gym, going for runs, working out, that is the movement. And what I realized is that I'm not going to think my way to movement. Action does. Action, as hard as it may seem, is the only way out. The cool thing about action is once you start on a task, it starts to work its way up, getting easier and easier to complete one task after the other. Now, as somebody who's a huge fan of checklists, for me, writing out my list of priorities is always where I start. Whenever I'm really procrastinating on a task that I know I need to get done, it's a lot easier for me to start with the easy things and then work my way up to the more difficult things. Now, I know a lot of people will recommend opposite, but what I found is that the big task that's been making me procrastinate to begin with, I won't hit that on head first. And so really thinking about the easier tasks and building that momentum has really helped me to get those other tasks done. Number two is getting motivated. We all know that motivation can come and go. At 2 o'clock in the morning, you get this random spurge of motivation telling yourself you're gonna straighten your life up, you're gonna go to the gym tomorrow, you're gonna get everything that you need to get done. But when you wake up the next day, you don't do it. Maybe that's just me. One way I've been combating procrastination and making sure I continuously stay on top of my game has been reading books. If you're anything like me, there's nothing like a good book to get you motivated. The problem is that when I finish a book, I'll start to gravitate towards the path of least resistance. I talk a lot about having a minimum and a maximum, and having that minimum has been great because making a little progress in one direction is a lot better than making no progress at all. We all know what it's like to try to do something, have expectations, and when we put out our videos, when we put out our artwork, or when we are just trying to lose weight in the gym, not seeing the results. But we all know that there's no secret to getting it done. Continuously pursuing that thing, being consistent is the only way. When you're in that procrastination loop, it can just be so hard to make any steps forward. But for you to make the progress that you know you deserve and that you know you want to see, you just have to get up. You have to make those steps. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that there's going to be days where you wake up and you don't want to do anything. I still have those days where I don't want to get up. I still don't want to go to the gym or go for a run or work out. Those days come all the time. But then I remind myself of what it's all about. I remind myself that a little bit of progress today is better than no progress at all. I have this thing where I tell myself, do something today that my future self will thank me for. Sometimes that can be as little as taking the trash out, maybe doing the dishes, or even just getting gas in my car. Those are the small things that I can do to thank myself in the future for. Some of the bigger tasks that have been really helpful has been taking the jump and leaping into full-time photography and videography. Those days where I didn't know if I was gonna make it, I didn't know what tomorrow looked like, or if I was gonna have a paycheck coming. They were definitely hard, but as I look back over that journey and that path, I could have easily put it off. I could have easily continued at my job, but I knew that if I procrastinated that task time and time again, regret would start to seep in, and that I wouldn't be living the life that I not only felt I deserved, but knew that I was capable of achieving. Again, procrastination sucks. When you're in it, it can feel like the end of the world, but start with the small tasks. Get your ideas out of your head and get out there and make action. Because once again, you're not gonna think your way out of it. Action yields results. I want to leave you with one quote that really helps tie this together. The soreness of growth is better and less expensive than the pain of regret. Get out there and get some stuff done, guys. Don't watch any more of my videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.